Hey guys, Lee here from PreSonus, and thanks for joining us for the NAMM Believe in Music Week 21. So today we're going to look at the StudioLive Series 3 mixer for the studio. You may know the StudioLive as a live mixer and also as a cool studio tool, but today we're going to have a little closer look at the StudioLive for the studio and how it could be your all-in-one solution for your setup. So first, let's look at recording. There's three ways that you can record really with the StudioLive Series 3. The first one is the USB 64x64 built-in audio interface. So this connects directly to a Mac or Windows very easily and will show up within your Studio One or your third-party software just as a standard audio interface. So we've also recently introduced interface mode, which allows you to use the built-in interface in a more standalone traditional way. So for example, if you're bringing back USB audio from your computer onto the mixer, well, now we can bypass the mix engine and go directly to the analog outputs on the back of your mixer. So this allows for some really cool studio workflows. For example, you could reamp guitars or some synths. So now you're sending your audio from your session directly through the desk to the main outputs or the mix outputs without being affected by the mix engine processing. You could also set up cue mixes from within your DAW for headphones, and you can do your processing and your levels within the DAW and send these again directly bypassing the mix engine to the outputs of your mixer. We also have a really cool plugin in Studio One called Pipeline, and that allows you to simply insert your external compressors or EQs that you may have in your analog rack and send these out of the analog outputs of your mixer and return the output back into your desk. Again, using interface mode, it means you can send the audio directly from your session to the outputs to be routed back in to your channel in the DAW. So a really cool way of setting up your StudioLive for particular workflows within the studio. It's really easy to switch interface mode on and off. You simply select the home button, select system, and in here you can just switch interface mode on or off. So another great way to use the StudioLive Series 3 for recording is via the AVB audio network. So you simply plug your Ethernet cable into the AVB audio network port on your mixer and plug this directly into your computer for recording. So it shows up again as an audio interface within your recording software. So another really cool way to use your Series 3 mixer for recording is via SD card. So you can multi-track record to your SD card on your console mixer, for example. You can also record your main mix directly to your SD card. What's really nice though is you don't need to use your computer anymore for multi-track recording on the Series 3 console. You can also then return these individual tracks from your SD card back onto separate channels on your mixer. So this means now you can utilize your fat channel processing on each individual channel or your vintage emulated plugins for each channel for your mixing. You've also got vintage style effects built into your mixer. So you can complete a full professional mix just returning your audio tracks from your SD card and not having to open any computers. So another cool feature to the StudioLive Series 3 is WDM support or Windows Driver Model support. A lot of people are using their mixers for podcasting and conferencing and live streaming. So now you have the opportunity to stream audio from within Windows from your Windows applications. You can now mix these Windows applications back on separate channels on your mixer. So now we could route, let's say for a gamer or podcaster, an analog microphone input with audio coming back from my game within Windows. And maybe I'm chatting to one of my friends over Skype or Zoom while I'm gaming. And now I can take that audio back into a separate channel as well to complete my mix. And now I can send my mix again through WDM to my live stream, let's say OBS platform or any other platform that we're streaming on. So it's a really powerful all-in-one complete package for streaming, podcasting or conferencing. StudioLive Series 3 also works really well for bands that want to do live streams of their live performance, because as we know, a lot of bands at the moment are not live gigging or doing shows. And within the StudioLive, you've got lots of power for processing on every input, processing on every output, which allows you to dial in a really professional mix, then to send directly for your stream. Okay, so we know the StudioLive Series 3 works really, really well for your audio recording in the studio. We also know it gives a lot of features for live low latency monitoring for studio use. But also you've got a full featured DAW or DAW controller built in. So the DAW controller on your StudioLive Series 3 console will allow you to control Studio One, but also third-party software. And it's really, really easy to set up. So you just press the UCNet button on your console, and from your drop-down menu, you'll see you have the option to select between native mode for Studio One or MCU HUI mode for other third-party software options. From within DAW mode on the StudioLive, you have touch-sensitive moving faders. These are really great for writing automation and recalling your mixes. You've got full transport control, and then you've also got parameter control for your plugins and selecting plugins within Studio One also. So we know the StudioLive Series 3 works really well with third-party DAW software, but obviously is very tightly integrated with Studio One. And you will get Studio One Artist free with your Series 3 mixer to give you a complete hardware software integrated package. There's some extra features also that you will get with this system. For example, there's a talkback button on your console mixer. You'll also get this same talkback button built into your Studio One session. So while Studio One is connected to your console, you will have the option to select talkback from your software. You also get the option to set the preamp gain for your talkback mic directly from your software back to your console. You can also assign your routing. So let's say you just want to talk to the drummer. You can select this from within Studio One and press talkback and you're ready to go. You can also select preamp gains from within your Studio One session back to your console mixer. So this is really useful if you're recalling a session, because it will also recall your preamp gains that you had set up in your console mixer for that session. So you're ready to start the recording where you left off the last day. You also get control of your fat channel processing in your mixer directly from within your Studio One session. So this is bi-directional control. If you change something on your fat channel plugin on your screen, it should change on your mixer. And if you change it on your mixer, vice versa will change within your session. So these are just some examples of how Studio One with the Series 3 StudioLive can become your all-in-one tightly integrated studio solution. So we can also utilize the AVB audio network for really cool ways within the studio. We have NSB stage boxes which can be connected to your network and used in multiple recording rooms, for example for drums or vocal booth. You can simply connect your AVB stage box directly to your mixer, or you can actually daisy chain your stage boxes with a built-in AVB switch on each unit. You can easily select any of the inputs on your stage boxes as the source for your mixer, and you can do this within UC Surface software, or you can do it on the screen on your console mixer very easily. So the EarMix is our personal monitor mixer that also connects to the AVB network. This allows for 16 channels to be sent back to a personal mixer so that the artist or the musician has perfect control of their headphone mixes in the studio while they're recording. So on this mixer we can receive individual channels, or we can receive a group of channels back for the musician or artist to control very easily. They also have some EQ control and some limiting control. And there's a really nice headphone amp built in as well. So this is a very simple all-in-one unit and very easy to control and understand for our musician or artist. This system also works over PoE, so we can send signal and power down one single Ethernet cable to an EarMix unit. We also have the option to daisy chain EarMix units as well. So again, it's very easy to set up multi-room recording and monitoring setups in your studio with the StudioLive AVB network system. So wireless control is also very important for the StudioLive Series 3 in the studio. You can use iPad or Android, a tablet or phone to control the console mixer or your rack mixer. You simply connect a Wi-Fi router to the control port on the back of your mixer, And now you can log in any device via this router to control your mixer. For the engineer, this can be very useful for setting up preamp gains, for example. If you've got a drum kit that you're recording in a separate recording room, now you can remotely change those preamp gains back to the console without having to run all the way back to the control room. For the artist or musician that's turning up to the studio to record, they simply have to log their device into the Wi-Fi network and download the app UC Surface or QMix to control their headphone mix. The engineer also has the option to listen in to the artist or musician's headphone mix and make some adjustments or changes from his end. So we hope you can see that the StudioLive Series 3 could be your all-in-one studio solution with this tightly integrated hardware and software system that provides full control for your software, a really powerful audio interface, and also an audio AVB network that can grow with your studio and can be flexible for your different setups. So thank you again, guys, for joining us for the Believe in Music Week 21. Please check out more information on the StudioLive Series 3 on PreSonus.com. Thanks, guys.